Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I'm your host today. Today we're going to dig into the NBA and talk about that Lakers versus Jazz game. That Lakers versus Jazz game. Watch that game. And two things, really. The game, I mean, you could sum up the whole game with just two things. Two things. Number one, Donovan Mitchell was off. He was off. He was off last night. He was off. I mean, he did. Now, when he went to the basket, he was very efficient, but his jump shot was off. Donovan Mitchell had 13 points, shot 31% from the field, was 0 from 8 from three. He only took and made one free throw, so he didn't even get to the line. Now, there was a couple of plays that I saw that I think he could have got to the line, but they didn't call it. But he only went to the line one time and made a free throw. All right, he was 1 for 1. But what killed the Jazz, the Utah Jazz, Donovan Mitchell, not only he was bad last night, he was terrible in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, he was 0 from 4, 0 from 3 from 3, meaning he's not getting to the basket. Like I say, like when he went to the basket, he was very efficient. He had 0 rebounds, 2 assists, 0 points. He was a no-show in the fourth quarter. He shot 0 free throws. No show. And they put the ball in his hands at the end of the game. He's their best player. But Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley was really carrying this team the whole game. Now, here is the second part about this game. I know LeBron had a good game. LeBron had 25, 7 to 7. I think he was 9 from 20 from the field, 3 from 8 from the three-point line. Westbrook, he didn't really shoot pretty good. He shot around 30-something%, right? But Westbrook had 15, 7 to 8. He only had 2 turnovers the whole game. But the guy who saved the Lakers last night, Stanley Johnson. Stanley Johnson was the hero from last night. In the fourth quarter, at one point, the score was 83-77. Utah is winning. 83-77. Literally, Stanley Johnson made their next 5 field goals. He had 10 points in a row, and in between that, LeBron had 2 free throws. So the Lakers, and then the score ended up being 89-85. The Lakers literally went on a 12-4 run. Bron 2 free throws, and Stanley Johnson 10 points. Literally, it was like ISO. Like they would bring the ball up. LeBron would clear out Rudy Gobert. They'll get a ball to Stanley Johnson, and he would just go to work for 5 straight field goals. Literally 5 straight. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. And then right after he went on his tear, Austin Reeves shoots a floater, he misses it, and then he tips in his own rebound. So when I saw that play right there, I'm like, the Lakers winning this game. It's a wrap. The Lakers came to play, Utah did not. This was the Lakers' best win all year. I know they beat Memphis on the 3rd game of the season. Memphis were, that's the 3rd game of the season, number 1. And Memphis were not who they are right now. They didn't walk around with that swagger they have right now. They did beat Miami. I know that. But remind you, Jimmy Butler didn't play. I know LeBron didn't play, but Jimmy Butler didn't play either. But Utah was our 4th strength. They had Donovan Mitchell. They had Mike Conley. They had Bogo. I'm gonna call him Bogo, right? Bogdanovic, right? They had Jordan Clarkson played. I mean, they had Rudy Gobert. They had a 4 squad. They had O'Neal. They had everybody. And the Lakers won fair and square without AD. So I commend the Lakers for this win. This is a win they desperately needed because they win. A lot of their wins are against mediocre teams. Houston, Sacramento, Detroit, stuff like that. But they actually beat a legit team in the West, a top 3 seed in the West, which is I commend them for that. And a lot of it had to do with Mitchell just being off. I mean, I look at it's 8 threes he shot. I can only recall 2 threes that wasn't contested. I know one of them, LeBron was checking him, and LeBron just didn't jump. He just shot, he missed it. And then another one, when he passed it, he came out, he acted like he about to go. He passed it, went to the right side, and he quick got the ball back, shot it wide open, and he missed it. But every other 3 he shot was contested. So the Lakers did play some good perimeter defense on Mitchell, and yeah, they outplayed them. So great job to the Lakers, great game. And then Westbrook, I do want to mention that was a monster dunk Westbrook did on Rudy Gobert. That was monster. And that actually gained some momentum, even though he got a tech for it. But I liked it. I like that. I like that. So That's what I have for you guys today for the NBA, and I'll see y'all next episode. Thank you for staying to the end. We really appreciate that. If you are listening to this on you or watching this on YouTube, we would like for you to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening to this on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, etc., we would like for you to follow us on those platforms. Also, hit the notification button so you can be notified when we're out. And last but not least, no matter what platform you're listening to or you're watching it on, share it with someone you know, and they could be part of the movement also. So thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.